Assalamu Alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So last night I shared a message with the community. So I'm gonna kind of talk about the reason why I did that and the purpose of what I'm planning to do, inshallah. And in today's video though, I'm gonna give you, inshallah, a full portfolio update. And this might be the last one for a while. And I'm gonna go over basically all the dividends as usual, dividend pay, dividend increases, talk about the rental income, talk about buys and sells, talk about the just kind of give you a quick overview of the entire portfolio, and then at the end I'm going to talk about the plan, inshallah, moving forward. But last night I shared a message with the community, and the reason I did that was because when I started this whole YouTube video thing, it was for me to share with the community basically my knowledge of whatever I've learned basically over the last whatever years. I've got like sort of a obsessive kind of personality. When I learn something, I immerse myself into that world and so on. So when 2019 I did that, and then 2020 I started investing, or beginning of 2020. Then we had the stock market crash, and at the time I wish I had the courage to actually invest basically a lot of the money that I had, because at that point I did have closer to, alhamdulillah, £100,000 in cash and that was saving for a house basically. But I ended up buying the house, which we will talk about it in a second. And so while I was doing all of these things, I thought, you know what, this is probably the best time to share the community what I've learned so far, because I was going online and trying to find someone legit, like talking about stocks, talking about Sharia-compliant stocks. There were other few people, but every single person was a bit shady. They want you to sign up for this bit, basically, and that, and they will never show in the actual portfolio. I don't show the family portfolio because I share it on the community side of things and on the Patreon side of things. But I've always shared this portfolio. You've seen basically the ups and downs of this portfolio since I started investing. God knows, I don't know, about 4 years ago. As you can see, there are videos on my YouTube channel that I basically shared 4 years ago, and they were the first few videos that I did. So I've shared about over 700 videos over the last 4 or 5 years, and there's about 10,000 of you that have subscribed to the channel, and there's about 1,000 or 2 that are constantly watching the videos that I share, and I genuinely appreciate that, and it's been an amazing journey. And for me, that was it. I just wanted to share my journey with you guys, to show you exactly what I'm buying, what I'm selling, why I'm doing. I made huge mistakes. We've learned from it. We moved on from it. We talked about it. I've admitted, I said it. We made some huge gains. We basically sold some great companies, the Teslas and so on, made really good profit out of those companies. The Apples, the Microsofts, the Broadcoms, Qualcomms, we made some good money too. And we made some dividends in the long run too. And we will continue to do that, inshallah. But the reason I'm talking about this is because to start with, this whole thing was just to share my journey. It was genuinely never ever about anything to do with money. And like I said last night on that, basically the article that I shared, I've genuinely probably not made much from the YouTube and everything else, because all the subscriptions, things that I pay for. And YouTube, people think is actually you're going to make a lot. You need like massive followers, and you need massive watch time and this and that to be able to make money out of it. And I've never actually looked at it and said, you know what, I'm going to make this video viral or anything like that. It was always, I have an idea, this is basically, I'm going to do something, and I'm going to basically share it with the community. Like this video, look at that. Watch me buy 3 halal ETFs. And I just share it with you guys. That was about 3 years ago. That's what I was doing at that point. So this is what I mean, just sharing my journey. I'm not trying to sell anything to you guys other than basically the things that I've shared with you guys through here. It was the only time I've actually asked you guys to pay for anything. And when I did that, it was genuinely to cover some of the subscriptions that we have. We've got Seeking Alpha, we have Morningstar. I've got rid of a Morningstar now because I use Interactive Brokers. But we have that, and we've got a couple of other subscriptions that I pay for and stuff. So alhamdulillah, it's been absolutely amazing. I literally never did this for anything other than basically sharing my journey, and I enjoyed it. I'm really enjoyed it, and guess what, I'm genuinely still enjoying this. But right now there's two reasons why I can't. Basically, I just need a little bit of break. I don't know how long it's going to take. Might be weeks, might be months. But inshallah, I will not be saying, this is the last video or anything like that. I will be basically sharing with my journey with you guys. I will continue to do this. But right now, I just need a bit of break. And the reason I need the break is because of time. I have a full-time job. It's quite demanding. Alhamdulillah, I'm in a very good position. My job is really good and I enjoy it, what I do and so on. And at the same time, I have a family, young family, and I've realized a lot. My son is now in year 7. Subhanallah, alhamdulillah, is absolutely amazing, right? But I've realized that I have not given him as much time as I would have liked. When it comes to learning Quran, when it comes to learning the deen. My daughter is 8 years of age. Alhamdulillah, I want to sit down with her, read Quran with her, do all of these family things with them. Okay, we do a lot of family time together. We go out and do things, whatever. But I just felt like I haven't actually given them enough time, and work is quite demanding. And I want to make sure that that's my bread, basically my bread and butter. I need to make sure that I'm doing the best I can for my job side of things. So the sharing these videos here, sometimes it takes quite a lot to do the research and to put all the videos together and then share it with the community. Before you share it, I have to plan it, record it, edit it, then send it to the community. And then after that, basically post things on here and post things on other places, just to kind of keep the momentum going. And there will be times where I'm free, I can easily do that. So inshallah, the moral of the story is I just need a bit of break. And I'm not basically saying this is like I'm not going to come back or anything like that. I just need a bit of break right now, inshallah, just to spend a little bit of time with the family and just chill and just talk about important things with the kids and so on. And to be fair, I'm actually scheduled to do for a company basically that we work for. A friend of mine basically and I decided to cover financial kind of literacy, because we've got a lot of people in my place who absolutely have no idea of how to invest in stock markets and stuff like that. So me and my mate, we're basically both quite geeky about these things. So he's doing basically general Sharia, basically investing in the stock market. I'm doing Sharia-compliant side of things. There's like 400 people. I'm excited about it. I'm just putting presentation together for that. So I'm still doing stuff with the families and friends and within the community and so on. And I will still contribute to the Discord and so on. I'm gonna try, inshallah, to make the Discord free for the Ummah, so you guys can join the brothers that are already there. Inshallah, we're gonna elect an admin. I will be there too, inshallah, when I can to join. But like I said, genuinely, guys, it could be weeks, it could be months until I come back and just do more videos. I'm definitely going to change the structure of the videos when I come back, or no matter whatever happens, because I just want to spend a little bit more time with the family. So even if it's one video like a month or weekly or whatever the case might be, I might just do something slightly smaller than actually what I've been doing. Okay, so let's now get started and talk about what we came here for, and that's the portfolio. And inshallah, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I'm not just basically saying all of these things just to kind of disappear. I really genuinely want to share my journey with the community, and I want you guys to do the same thing, inshallah. So I will be back, but I just need a bit of time with family and friends and just do the other things, and then inshallah I will continue to do that. By the time we come back, this portfolio might look completely different. So let's start. First of all, we're going to look at first where we are now in terms of buys and sales, and then we'll take it from there. So as you can see, these are the basically companies that I've added to recently. So this one is new. So we've got now 31 shares, Novo Nordisk. This is basically March buy, and since then I've actually bought 31 shares. Cube, I bought 17 shares. MMA, or basically Mid-America Apartments, basically I bought 2 shares since then. Canadian Natural Resources, I bought 12 shares of that. UPS, 3 shares. UPS is basically dying. We'll talk about that in a second right now, but this company worries me a little bit right now. And then Merck, I bought about 5 shares of this company. All of that basically cost me £3,868, and as you can see, I've not actually made any sales this month, so this is a fresh new money that I've added. So I was trying to max the ISA account, as you can imagine, but we got there at the end. Well, we haven't got there at the end, and I'll show you exactly where we are now. Total income for them is basically based all of these new buys is about £96. So that is £96 of basically money that will be for every basically based on these shares that I just bought. Now what's going to happen is these companies will increase that dividend, and when they increase this pop buy, that will also increase. And this is why I absolutely love dividend paying companies. Right now the stock market is not doing great, as you know. Things have not been great at all. When you look at things like the S&P 500 and how it's performing right now, it feels like we're in trouble. Okay, and we might actually get to a situation where for the next basically year or so, we might have a flat. Basically, the S&P 500 might not do well, but generally this is the best time to buy stocks. Genuinely, when things are down, that's when you should be buying. So if I don't post anything in the next 5 months and you guys are, the stock market is down, you should be buying. You should be looking for high quality businesses, because I promise you, I will be buying. Okay, and I will show you exactly basically what I've done and what I will be doing, inshallah, in a second. But yeah, so despite this being down and so on, I will continue to buy and every single week. So you're gonna have to do exactly the same, because in the long run, what we're trying to do is not just buy and sell stocks. Okay, that's not our goal. Our goal generally is to buy high quality businesses, hold them for a very long time. There are times where companies that you own will be so overvalued, and you might want to take some profit over the table and then buy something else that's slightly cheaper. You've seen that. Basically, you've seen me do that with Qualcomm, for example. We had 50 shares. We sold I think 10, 20 of them or whatever it was. Oh no, maybe we had 40. I think we sold 10. Whatever the case might be, we sold it, we bought it. Basically, we took that money and put it into another company. Since then, it has actually come down quite a bit. I've done that with quite a lot of companies. I've done that with I think I've done that with quite a few companies that we had over the years. I can't remember basically the names now. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is just stocks will go up, stocks will go down. But do you care about the fluctuation of the price, or should you care? Absolutely no. Just stick with it. Buy high quality businesses, hold them for a very long time. And that is my message to you. Now let's talk about dividends received for this month. And as you can see here, we've been paid almost £300 this month. Can you imagine, right? Genuinely, like how amazing that feels. About £300 from basically stocks that I own. The property that I own pays me about £500. If I continue doing this for the next whatever years, potentially that 300 might turn into 1,000, inshallah. But inshallah, I can't wait for that time. But yeah, just closer to £300 basically from these companies that I own. And as you can see here, I'm just going to you can pause the video, but I will just talk about a couple of them so you can, I'm not going to read all of them to you, so you can pause the video. But look, AstraZeneca, for example, was about 2 years ago, I think I bought this company. It was so undervalued at the time. It gone up quite a bit. It has come down. I really like the company. I will be buying more if it comes down again. Another one that I really would love to buy more of, UNP or Union Pacific. Broadcom as well. Like I'm up so much, but it's been paying that dividend every single month. Now the one I'm really worried about is basically UPS. And the reason I say I'm a bit worried about is because it can't catch a break. Like every single week something comes up and something is going down, whatever. But I promise you, if I am not selling this company, I'm going to leave it alone and let it sit there in the portfolio and see what happens. So that is all the dividends that we received for the month of March. And inshallah, we'll see what happens in the next few months. I'm going to keep track of all of this as usual. And then what I might do, inshallah, I will share as much as I can when I come back, inshallah, about all of these things. But when we look at, for example, where we are from 2020 up until now, 2025, for every single month, I've shared with you guys how much I've been paid. And right now, we're getting closer to £6,000 in dividends that we received over that period of time, which is absolutely amazing. Now, last year, we received £1,894. This year, just the first 3 months, we're almost about £500. My aim is, inshallah, to get to closer, basically up just slightly above £2,000. If we can go over £2,000, that would be absolutely amazing. Now, the final thing I want to talk about in terms of portfolio side of things is this dividend income that we've got. So with that £2,633 is basically where we are now. That's what I'm expecting. I'm going to try my best to make this happen this year. By the time we get to December this year, I want this number to be 3,000 plus. And if I can get to 3,000 dividend yield, now you might be thinking, oh, you're chasing dividend yield now. I am not doing that. I'm going to still hold on to the same companies that I have, but build it such a way that I'm currently, I'm going to work out a plan, inshallah, where I'm still holding on to high quality businesses that are still increasing their dividends, and then get to a portfolio of basically minimum 3% yield. And then I'll continue to basically dollar cost average every single month. The target for the total stocks will probably be about 30. I'm going to leave at 30 and then see what happens. Then try to get 3%, 30 stocks, maybe 3,000 if I can do that. And I'm going to dollar cost average every single month moving forward. Now, we've seen the dividends. Let's now look at the property, how much I've received this month. So this is in terms of passive income. I've received closer to £800. Like I said to you guys, my goal, inshallah, in the long run is to be able to achieve, monthly income from my passive, basically, investments to at least the 2,000 plus. If I can get 2,500 to 5,000, and if I can get 5,000, will be absolutely amazing. Okay, £2,500 to £3,000 a month, I could potentially retire in a low-cost country, inshallah, and just live a comfortable life without having to worry about. And that's my goal. That's why I keep saying to you guys, I really do not care what happens, whether the stocks go up or down. I'm trying to do my best when, especially days like this. This is what it looks like, the market basically looks like today. I'm going to look around this and say, you know what companies are on my watch list? What is my price for, basically target price for these companies, and can I add them today? Let me show you a couple of more things, before I show you the entire portfolio. Right now, basically, I've got £6,600 to add before the end of next week. I potentially might add about 1,600, so be short of 5,000. That means I've added £15,000 in a year where I genuinely did not have a lot of cash because of the other projects that are involved. So there's a couple of projects I'm working on. One is a property I've already told you guys. That will be finishing, inshallah, December of this year. I pay installments every 3 months. My last installment is this September coming, inshallah. Once that's done, I will have a lot more cash lying around to invest in this, unless unless I get into another project, which I always try to do. Okay, so there are a couple of things I'm working on, but despite all that, I still managed to add £15,000. And again, I promise you, I still have alhamdulillah, my emergency fund, but right now I'm broke. I'm broke. But guess what? I'd rather be broke and have these type of investments and have nothing in the bank right now other than the emergency fund than actually have nothing or money lying around, or just basically inflation is going to eat all my, all of that madness. So I'll continue to share with you guys. Right now I have a cash of 1,700 that I need to invest, inshallah, by the end of today. And then maybe not today, but Monday, Tuesday next week, inshallah. And then I will add another 1,600, and that will be so £5,000 left remaining off the ISA account, inshallah. But I'm going to continue, inshallah, doing what I have been doing, which is basically to invest every single week, £250. My target is £1,666, because just 20,000 divided by is basically the 12 months. That's basically what it works out. But if I can't do that 1 month, the next month I'll add a little bit more. There will be times where I might be buying more and less, whatever. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go into details of any of this. You can pause the video to see how much I'm up or down each one of these companies. But the ones that I talk about is right at the bottom, and this is this company here. UPS is basically looks like my target price, my average price for this company, you'll be surprised, is £155. Right now it's £110. It has come down a lot. Okay, I'm down about £2,300. It doesn't look basically good moving forward. But guess what? If you remember 3M, we were in that position not long ago. This company doesn't even have the same issues as 3M. 3M, the company was slowing down. The sales were slowing down. On top of that, they have a legal situation going on. This company, the sales is slowing down. There's a couple of uncertainties, right? If they basically say if they do what they set up in terms of plan wise and trying to create more margins for whatever, and I think they will be fine. But for me, this is another 2 to 3 years hold, if not longer. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Another one is Hershey, is coming back, basically has come back. It's gone down again. I'll be buying more Rio Tinto, inshallah, in the next few weeks as we go along. because it has come down about 7%, which is nice for me. And anytime I see below basically 50, I just add a little bit more. I own 130 shares right now, and as you can see, my share, basically my average is £50. So anytime it goes £50, I just buy a little bit more, as much as I can. Now, another one that I want to mention before anyone says what's going on with this, is not Sharia compliant anymore. This company, when you look at the basically interest bearing debt, is slightly higher right now. It's about 31 or 30%. Okay, normally they cut off 33% because they said a third, and that's why I'm still holding on to this company. And if you don't use the 12 months average, so when you know what I'm talking about, when you're doing interest bearing debt, basically for formula, you have to do debt divided by the market cap, okay, times by 100, and that gives you the basically what the percentage is at the moment. You can check on Zoya if you wanted to. Okay, so it's about 20. Zoya don't update the market cap. That's the only problem. You have to go to basically actual live websites that have live data, and then basically look at what the market is, the market cap. So that's the market cap divided by the debt level, and the debt level divided by the market cap times by 100. That will give you the percentage. If that percentage is higher than 33%, then that means it's not Sharia compliant. You might do something about it. But if you don't divide it by 12 months, okay, you need to divide it by 36 or 24, then it's slightly different. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it's still fine for me, and I'm going to hold on to it despite me down just be 4%. I'm not selling this one anytime soon, so I'm going to keep watching that and see what happens. Now, the rest of the companies, you can just pause the video, have a look at that. I can't go through every single average, but as you can see, a lot of them have come down, and the worst one now is actually ASML. I say the worst for me is actually good news, that now it gives me an opportunity to look at the company again, and if it hits my price target, which is basically 558, right now we were not there, 658. So if we hit 660, for example, then I might be adding a few more shares of this company, because this for me is a foundational stock, a company that I'm going to hold on to it for a very, very, very long time, inshallah. I cannot see a situation with this company where this company will run out of business. That means the whole world is going to shut down. If this company cannot basically make those machines, then that means the TSMC cannot be making those chips. Nvidia will not be selling anything. Those devices will, basically AI devices, will not be working, and the whole world will shut down. Okay, that's why I love this company. That's why I'm going to continue buying more of it. There are, in this portfolio, just before I finish off, there are companies that are, for example, high growth companies like the ASMLs. You've got the Salesforce. By the way, Salesforce has actually increased their dividend. I'm going to show you in a second, 5% or so. There's companies that are here just for the growth. There are companies that are here for the dividend growth, and there are companies that are here for the dividend yield. So there are three different tiers of companies. So top ones here, the Broadcoms, the Visas, all of these are dividend growers, okay, but also high growth companies. As you go to the bottom here, you will see dividend growers, but it's slightly, so for example, West Management, but it's a little bit expensive right now. Then you've got dividend play. So this one is a dividend, actually a dividend growth company, but also it has got about 3% yield. So it's the yield as with a combination of the dividend growth as well. Then you got the dividend play, which is the Mid-American Apartment Communities. You got Cubes. You've got Reckitt, for example, Bankisa, which has a nice dividend and UK-based company. Novo, it's not there, but it's there for the growth side of it. Canadian Natural Resources, Rio Tinto, UPS, Hershey's. Hershey's actually a dividend growth company as well. All of these are dividend pay company, basically dividend play companies, as well as dividend growth companies and the growth side of it. So when you're building a portfolio, try to do that. Okay, try to have a different basically sectors within, basically try to have a little bit of each sector as much as you can, because what you don't want to do is when tech is down a lot, you want to make sure the other sectors are holding your portfolio together. If your entire portfolio is technology right now, you would be crying, I promise you, that's not something you want to do. And just before I finish, when I talk about dividend growth companies, I'm talking about, look, this 5%. When was the last time your company that you work for gave you 5% raise? It doesn't happen that often, but these companies, by investing in these companies, however small, okay, you get 5%, okay? Some of them don't pay, some of them do. Look, this one again, another almost a 5%. Qualcomm has been doing that for 20 plus years right now. Canadian, basically natural resources, look at 44, let's call it about 4%, okay? What else have we got? Rio Tintos, again, look at this one, almost basically 8%. and it has done that for 32 years in a row. Okay, then you've got Home Depot. I was disappointed because Home Depot used to do it 10%, 5%, whatever it was, more than that, but it's fine, it's still 2%. As long as the dividend growth is actually in base inflation beaten or higher than inflation, then I'm happy with that. And you got companies, I'll show you a couple of more that have actually increased. Look at this one. They just want to keep that delivering that dividend. I'd rather this company, to be fair, cut the dividends basically right now, and then just to focus on basically making the business better, because they have a great business, but they just need to work out what the heck they need to do moving forward. Okay, look at this one, MSCI, 13% increase. When was the last time you got 13%? Look at this one here, 5%, almost 6%. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is, when you're building your portfolio, please be mindful of what you're buying, why you're buying, okay, and think about the long-term plan. If your long-term plan is income, then focus on that and make sure that you've got a set of companies that will be, has excellent free cash flow, growing revenues, all the things that we've talked about. There's loads of videos. If I'm not here in the next few weeks and whatever, and you are completely new to investing in the stock market, just go through here. You'll find some important stuff in here, and I'm sure some of them might not be great, some of them might be useful, some of them might be useless, but it doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make is there's a lot of information in here for you guys. I've shared over 700 videos with you guys. I just need a few weeks or month or whatever it is, just a break, and when I come back, inshallah, things will be slightly different. I'm not going to do what I have been doing. I don't think we will be continuing the way things were, and I just need to get a little bit more energy and spend time with the family and so on. I didn't want to make this video long, but since this is our last one for a while, I don't mind, because I just want to be honest and transparent with you guys. I'm going to continue what I've been doing. I'm going to buy company stocks, and when I come back, inshallah, I will share that with you guys when I do, inshallah. So if you are basically joining the community right now, join the community, chill for a few weeks and months, however long it takes me to get back. And once I get back, inshallah, I will continue doing what I've been doing. And maybe this time we're going to do it slightly better, because hopefully I will have a lot more planned and so on. And just to think about the bigger picture, rather than, I don't want to burn myself out, but I want to make sure that I still share stuff with the community. Because one thing I've realized last night is, as soon as I posted that videos, some of the brothers who basically messaged me straight away, and genuinely that was heartwarming, like messages from the brothers, and I genuinely appreciate every single one of you. There's close to 10,000 people that watch, basically are part of this community, and I genuinely appreciate every single one of you guys. Wallahi al-azim, I do. And I want you guys to keep supporting me and keep supporting each other, inshallah, because in the end of the day, what we're trying to achieve is basically have a healthy lifestyle where we're not worried about financial. We're taking care of our kids' futures and all of this. In the world, it's a mad place right now. The UK, the US, is doom and gloom. People are losing their jobs. People are not happy with the UK. The weather is horrible. The people are becoming horrible. There's racism, all sorts of madness happening in this world. There's this, the Israelis who killing every single Palestinian kid they see, and it's heartbreaking at times. And you see all of this madness, and it agitates me. It makes me angry. Like, why we're doing this to each other as the world. Why are we basically doing this to each other? It's just crazy. Anyway, I've got so much to say, but alhamdulillah, I just want you guys to basically have a wonderful Eid. I will come back soon, inshallah. Look after each other. Look after one another, inshallah. And yeah, I'll see you in a few weeks. I'll see you maybe in a month or so. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu Alaikum.